White people are every single bit justified in being racist.
Enough with the Jim Crow stuff. Who cares?
I will continue my crusade against women in politics.
Most parents don't know who Nick Fuentes is, but they absolutely must make themselves familiar with him and his ideas in order to protect their boys. The 27-year-old is host of the America First podcast, which he has on Rumble. And apparently, according to the New York Times, in just the past several months, his views have quintupled on the platform. And he also has 1 million followers on X. So even though he might not be a household name, his reach is growing exponentially. On his show, Fuentes has spewed all sorts of extremely controversial beliefs.
White people are every single bit justified in being racist.
Enough with the Jim Crow stuff. Who cares?
A lot of women want to be raped. I will continue my crusade against women in politics.
He even once professed love for Hitler as an opener to a speech.
It's Führer Friday. It is Hitler Friday.
Fuentes recently had a conversation with Tucker Carlson on his podcast, which launched an all-out civil war on the right about how far right is too far right to be accepted into mainstream politics. Regardless of where you stand on that issue, his reach is only growing, and we have to engage with his ideas in order to understand what's actually happening with young men. Fuentes' followers call themselves groypers.
Racism, not real.
According to the ADL, they are defenders of a white Christian nation or a vision of America that they see as being under siege. A Republican staffer recently said that he believes that about 1 in 3 young GOP staffers under 30 have some sort of affiliation with the groyper movement, which is obviously hugely concerning. This movement is less defined by a coherent ideology and more defined by swapping edgelord memes, which is basically a contest of how low can you go and how edgy and provocative and offensive can you be online. How much of this is young men doing some sort of cathartic rebellion in this double life that they're living online versus them actually holding these remarkably regressive and bigoted beliefs that would be completely in contrast with all the values that they were raised with. Unfortunately, people like Fuentes do have an insidious and very, very wide reach. And for some young men who feel that they've been politically stifled and that they can't say what they really mean, they're beginning to start to say things that they don't really mean in order to get a rise out of people and to join in this sort of brotherhood of groyper